Welcome to TMZ Live. So you have heard the buzz that Donald Trump may pardon Diddy. There's even been talk about R. Kelly. Well, let's throw another name into the ring. Harvey Weinstein.
Yes, so though this one is not coming from the White House, some would say it's coming from across the pond, from Dame Judi Dench, who is feeling more than sympathy for Harvey Weinstein, saying it's time to let him out, that he's done his time. So they have history, obviously. They in Hollywood, they have Hollywood history, and that she was one of the stars of Shakespeare in Love. She actually won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress on that one.
He has tentacles all over Hollywood.
And he championed that, right? And was a big part of the campaign for the Oscars for that movie, and in all the categories was nominated. This is what Dame Judi Dench had to say about Harvey when she saw a photo of him. She said, "I saw a bit of film of Harvey walking with two sticks." I think she means canes. And you think, well, I imagine he's done his time. I don't know. To me, it's personal. Forgiveness.
You know, it's interesting that she's saying this because she knows the way that's going to be received in Hollywood.
Certainly.
I mean,
and you could see there's some
very savvy. She's very savvy, and she knows there are a lot of people who are going to say, "Oh my God, how?"
So he's right now serving a 16-year sentence.
He's serving a 16-year sentence.
But
he has
he's
served
really
6.5 years of it already, if you count the time in Rikers when he was being tried.
And he's really sick. He's got
frail.
cancer. He had a
open heart surgery
last year.
Leukemia.
He's 73 years old.
Diabetes.
It's not going to get better, and it's a hard time that he is serving in prison. What I will say about Judi Dench is she is extremely savvy. She's also quite old. She's advanced in age, and I don't think she cares about blowback at this point. She's not really active in movies anymore.
I have another theory about this. If this were 5 years ago, people would be stunned at it. But when you look at the pardons for that Donald Trump has given, you know, from January 6th to, you know, now considering Diddy, which I think, by the way, is going to happen.
But
it's not that it's normalized.
There's not going to be a presidential pardon of Harvey Weinstein.
And
look, Dame Judi Dench saying she would like to.
He's part of the liberal
have forgiveness
establishment
is one
of
thing.
Hollywood.
Here's the thing.
That's
never will be
not the
pardoned.
same thing as a presidential pardon.
And the blowback
tend
on
to
Trump.
agree with you, but I wouldn't bet.
So you think because she has floated this out here that then the White House would jump on board?
I don't know. I mean,
He hates Hollywood, though.
Donald Trump doesn't like Hollywood, but at the same time, I think he's going to pardon Diddy.
That's fair.
So what's the difference?
But what Diddy was convicted of is way different from what Harvey Weinstein was.
The conviction, yes.
And actually, Harvey.
That is true. You
James made a
can't
good
pardon
point.
him for the state offenses.
It's a state offense.
He's serving for rape in New York.
Yes, the convictions, yes.
Yeah.
But the Cassie video, that
You're talking about Diddy. We're talking about Weinstein.
We're saying that
Weinstein can't be pardoned by Trump because he's serving a sentence for a state offense.
Right.
For
So
rape.
this would have to be the governor, and that's not going to happen.
That ain't going to happen in New York. I don't think.
That is not
It
going
ain't going to happen in New York, and it wouldn't happen in
If you're
California.
Harvey Weinstein and you heard this, and in fact, we reached out and his people did say that, gave us a statement where basically Harvey thanked her for making those comments, said that she's always been a pivotal part of his career.
She also mentioned Kevin Spacey.
So he thanked her, but that's where this is going to end. There's no way he's getting out.
You got to wonder how others in town think about it, because
Think about Harvey?
as outrageous as, you know, the things he did, he also resurrected careers.
He got her only Oscar. She's one of the most decorated actresses in history. Her only Oscar is for Shakespeare in Love.
Paltrow.
Gwyneth's Oscar too.
Are so much different when you compare them to Diddy.
No, I agree.
Right?
Christina from Texas here. I think Judi Dench is entitled to her feelings, but the only people with any business or right to discuss forgiving Harvey Weinstein are his victims. Forgiveness belongs to the survivors, not the bystanders. And her personal history with him doesn't outweigh the women who came forward or the trauma that they now carry. I think her compassion is her choice, but that doesn't mean he has done his time, and it certainly doesn't cancel out the damage he caused. And just because he's sick doesn't mean he gets a pass. He was found guilty. He needs to serve his sentence.
Yeah, let me ask you something, though. I hear you. If this were a man, that a male actor who made the suggestion, would you be more outraged than the fact that it's a woman?
I'd be equally outraged. Either way, it's not okay.
Okay.
Well, awards season is upon us, and the Golden Globe nominations came out, And there's one category that people were looking at in particular because it's the first year that they are going to give a Golden Globe to a podcaster. And the list of nominees is interesting for the snub, very clear snub. When you think podcasting, it's like if there were three names that come to mind.
Well, the first one undeniably is Joe Rogan. And the second one has got to be Theo Von. Right?
He's in the top. Well, Joe Rogan's definitely in the top 3, depending on your politics. You would always say Joe Rogan podcasting.
Absolutely.
Joe Rogan not nominated for a Golden Globe.
Theo Von not nominated for a Golden Globe.
So this is seeming pretty political. Here are the people who did get nominated: Dax Shepard, the Call Her Daddy podcast with Alex Cooper, Amy Poehler, Mel Robbins, Smartless, which is Jason Bateman and company. Up first.
NPR.
Okay.
So, are we kind of smelling what's going on here? So I'm going to take a minute. The whole award season is absolute BS. That this is all a popularity contest and a political litmus test. And I'm saying this, and I will just disclose it to you.
You've been saying that, by the way. This is not new.
I will disclose this. I am a registered Democrat. But the idea that Joe Rogan and Theo Von, and Megyn Kelly for that matter, but certainly Joe and Theo, the idea that they're not on the list. What you see here is anybody to the right of center not on the list. And it's a popularity
I don't think that's
contest.
what it is.
But it's a popularity contest, and I think it is political. And with Sydney Sweeney in her what she's up for, it's it's American Eagle and the fact that she's a registered Republican that killed her, and not her acting.
Clearly, I don't even know how. I would love to hear the argument against that.
Okay, my argument against it is what I think is pretty clear, is that they decided to nominate podcasts that were primarily celebrity interviews geared toward finding out stuff about the project that they were doing or something about the personal lives.
Why is that interesting or noble? Why?
I'm not saying it's interesting or noble, but it's the Golden Globes.
But
remember? The Golden Globes are all about, that award show in particular has always been about who can we get here, and we want to have the glitziest, most fun award show.
Well, then that's what it's always been about. If you're right, why didn't they nominate Travis Kelce's podcast? Why didn't they nominate? Because then Taylor Swift would have shown up.
That is interesting that they didn't. I think that one they just on the merits didn't think it was good enough.
But your point falls apart.
No, here's how I'm going to make my point. That they specifically decided we are not going to nominate any podcasts that are politically leaning. Yes, Joe Rogan. Yes, Theo Von, but also Pod Save America was on, and there's, by the way, these are the nominees, but there was a list of about 20-something podcasts that the voters had to choose from.
Explain Sydney Sweeney.
Hold on a second. There was a list of about 20-something podcasts that the voters had to choose from.
Right.
Joe Rogan and Theo Von and Pod Save America were all on that list.
And who voted? It's the people who
voted against
the people who
anything political.
Right. And Golden Globes, by the way, known to be liberal.
You're listening to
right.
it.
Totally known.
Pod Save America is a completely liberal podcast.
I feel less confident in what I said.
I think it's just they just didn't want to. They didn't want the nice to be about politics.
So was Sydney Sweeney about American Eagle and Dare being a
Now we're moving to a
Republican?
different thing, not podcast.
It's the same point. It's the exact.
I think Sydney Sweeney could be that they didn't like her movie.
Oh God! I mean, you can do somersaults and say that, but that's just
Harvey. The movie wasn't widely beloved by critics. It just wasn't.
Critics loved her performance. They didn't like the movie.
Okay, so there's an argument for why she wouldn't have gotten a Golden Globe. It doesn't have to be political. You would have an argument if they nominated Pod Save America, but they didn't.
Well, that doesn't mean Pod Save America.
That means Pod Save America is extremely political.
But maybe they didn't like Pod Save America.
It was on the list.
I get it.
So then you could say they didn't like Theo Von and they didn't like Joe Rogan.
You argue to me that Joe Rogan.
I just did.
No, hold on. You argue to me that Joe Rogan is not a really well done podcast. Whatever you think
of it is.
Yes,
it is.
The idea
I agree with you.
Let me say this, for what it's worth.
But they talk about politics.
So what?
And they decided they didn't want.
I don't believe you're right. Because if you were right, they would have nominated Travis Kelce.
What? No.
Travis Kelce has
If I were
George
wrong-
Clooney on. He has Taylor Swift on. He has a million celebrities on, and they didn't nominate
Maybe they
him.
just don't like him.
Well, maybe they didn't like Pod Save America.
Maybe they didn't like Joe Rogan.
That I don't believe.
Of course not.
Adriana from New York. I definitely don't care for Joe Rogan or Theo Vaughn, but I do understand how it could be upsetting to some. I do feel like the Golden Globes knows that putting anything political would be bad PR for them. So I do feel like they lean towards more podcasts that were into entertainment and celebrities. You could argue that Caller Daddy did get slightly political when they invited Kamala Harris on. So I do think that they are trying to play it as safe as they can. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing right now.
Well, just wait till the BS Academy Awards come up.
Coming up.
Diddy really screwed up. If you've seen the Netflix documentary about Diddy, there's some footage there where a lot of people feel Diddy really screwed over someone that he should be very, very thankful for.
No matter what nobody said, let's just here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
Be right back.
Diddy really screwed up, and I'm not referring to his criminal trial, which has him sitting in prison right now, but it has to do with something that happened right before he got arrested. If you've seen the Netflix documentary about Diddy, Diddy The Reckoning, which 50 Cent produced, there's some footage there that had never been seen before. This is a photographer that Diddy hired to follow him around and document his life. That footage ended up going to 50 Cent and his production company, and it's kind of the centerpiece.
Sold to them.
Yes, was the centerpiece of the documentary. So watch this particular scene, because this is where a lot of people feel Diddy really screwed over someone that he should be very, very thankful for.
I'm taking 8 nuclear bombs, you know what I'm saying, straight to the head. And I'm tired of going back and forth with y'all, with the lawyers.
That's just not true.
Okay, so no. Let me tell you something. Let me say this. I'm not a referee. So I'm gonna get off the phone right now. Listen to me. I'm gonna get off the phone right now, and I am gonna let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what nobody said. Let's just here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
Well, he says we're
talking.
losing, but the reality is Mark Agnifilo, the person
You could
with whom
hear.
he was speaking, actually won the case for him. This is a huge betrayal. Look, Agnifilo, there is no way he isn't outraged that Diddy was secretly recording him, and this ends up in this Netflix documentary. Mark Garagos, who is my co-host on Two Angry Men, he's represented Diddy for years, and his daughter is part of the Agnifilo defense team. And he was involved in all of this. So in this past weekend's podcast, I pushed him to find out how Agnifilo really feels here. And Mark kind of skirted it some, but I think you get the sense. Diddy knew that Mark was being recorded, but Diddy didn't tell Mark. Does Mark feel betrayed by Diddy?
I've not talked to Mark about it.
What do you think?
Would feel.
What do you
I
think?
will tell you, I'll just tell you, if it was me, I would be more than a little upset. I was more than a little upset when the client didn't know and I was being recorded. I mean, there was a while there where I was meeting clients under bridges, freeway bridges, because I was PTSD over it. So I think as a lawyer, it is one of the most inviolate oaths that you take to protect the client confidentiality and the client privilege. So I don't know. I haven't talked to Mark, but if I were Mark, I would be out of my head.
Out of my head.
It's incredible. Diddy did two things here. Number one, he betrayed Mark Agnifilo, who, to your point, did so much for him. Obviously, without Mark Agnifilo, may very well be spending the rest of his life in prison. The second thing that he did is, by having a third party that's privy to the conversation, the videographer in this case standing there, there's no privilege, right? Diddy waived that entire privilege. Now, it didn't end up backfiring because it seems nobody knew about it until the end of trial, and what are you going to do at this point? But it's such a callous act by Diddy to just sell out his lawyer like that.
selfish.
It's so selfish.
Now, we should say that, remember, Diddy and his team were very upset when they found out that this footage was part of the documentary, and they tried to shut it down, but, you know,
the act of taping it is
already
what
out.
is so
the
awful.
act of taping it, right.
Without
Now,
Agnifalo's
Diddy would say
knowledge.
that I didn't authorize that video going out, and the argument they've made is that he's the one who has the right, that he owns that footage, but
That's a copyright issue. That has nothing to do
Well,
with
it's-
the
but it's-
morality of the whole
Yeah,
thing.
the morality is clear. That
Yeah.
what's unclear is what kind of a deal did he have with the videographer? Because I'll tell you what the sense is that I have based on my conversations. I think it was a loosey-goosey thing.
Yeah.
And I don't even know they had a written agreement. And if they didn't have a written agreement, the videographer is the one who owns it.
Copyrights cannot be transferred through an oral contract. Nobody, you have to put copyright transfers in writing or they don't count.
And
there you go.
I think that happened here.
Yep.
Stephanie calling in from Brooklyn, New York. Diddy needs to take some accountability. He's more mad at the lawyer than his own actions. That fame all has gone to his head. And 50 did a great job on the documentary. It was a scary watch, sad, and if he did have anything to do with everything that they're saying he had stuff to do with, they need to keep him right where he is.
Well, he's going to get
Well, he'll
out
be
in a
there.
couple of years.
Couple of years.
He's going to get out. I mean, he won that case.
So Taylor Swift gambled a little bit, and I think as of last night, she may feel like she lost. Maybe not that she lost, but look, Taylor said
she lost.
Taylor said she was not going to do the Super Bowl halftime show, not while Travis is playing, and she's got to focus on his drive to get in the playoffs and get to the Super Bowl. Last night, she was at the game, but the Chiefs lost, and they are hanging on by a thread now to even make the playoffs.
And Travis did not have a good game.
Travis did not have a good game, but he had lots of his friends and Taylor's friends there watching. In the booth, in the box luxury suite with Taylor was her good friend Selena.
That's the first time Selena went.
Selena's face seems like maybe something really bad just happened.
She's like...
Maybe that's right after Travis had one of two really crucial drops.
She's like, God, I thought you guys win a lot.
I thought this was going to be winning. And then also...
Lena Dunham.
Lena Dunham was there, and Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah, how about
And
that?
I will say this, the thing about Leo being there, this proves that Travis and his brother Jason are men of their words. Because remember, Leo was on New Heights promoting his movie, and they were talking to him about it, and they probably said, hey, why don't you come see a game? And there's Leo in the box watching a game.
So you got to wonder what Taylor is saying to them because, you know, obviously Travis has had a great career, and I'm sure she's
Hall of Fame career, without doubt.
talked it up to Selena, saying he's just amazing. You got to come to a game.
It's a great experience.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, well, he's done better in other games.
See, this is the moment. This is the moment where I just
where
felt
it's
bad
just
for
sad.
him. But he's like, he's
taking it in.
He's mentally thinking, well, how did I drop that pass? How did I drop it? What went wrong?
Yeah, it's.
Like I should have just.
He probably feels a little embarrassed, especially with everyone there supporting him. Like the star-studdedness didn't even help at all. Didn't give any good luck or anything to him. But a lot of people
typically doesn't.
A lot of people online
on the field.
A lot of people online think that the moment with Selena and Taylor isn't necessarily Taylor being like, oh, he usually does better, but more that Taylor could be explaining the game to Selena. We never really see her at football games. So, and look, I mean, for non-football fans, it is kind of complicated. So very well could be the case that Taylor is teaching Selena the ropes.
That's a good thing. Drop the ball, that's a bad thing.
Drop the ball, it's a bad thing.
You kind of figure that out after a quick moment, right?
No, you know,
it's tough.
Is Travis going to retire after this season?
I don't think he wants to go out like this.
Right. Maybe he does not retire at this point. I don't know.
Hey guys, it's Matt from Ottawa, Ontario, and I just want to say that it's always fun to see who Taylor will bring to these games. She's such a big star, and she's got A-list friends. I mean, Leo DiCaprio was there. That's pretty intense, and Selena, that makes sense. I don't know if she'll be inviting Blake Lively back.
No, that ship has sailed.
Nope.
Ship has sailed.
That one we can tell you is not going to happen.
Ship has sailed.
And Blake knows it.
Coming up.
I'm hearing wedding bells.
Really?
Yeah, I hear wedding
Congratulations.
bells. Not for me.
Oh, all right.
But I'm hearing
You
them.
should really specify.
I'm hearing them.
Perhaps you are saying that about Katy Perry. I think you have jumped the gun, but Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau did go Instagram official this weekend.
In a big way.
Be right back. TMZ's got every freaking thing. Big celebs, big stories, big events.
BB Rexa was looking hot on vacation.
Look at the water, too.
Did you just say, look at the water? I mean, I'll be honest, that is what I was looking at.
I'm hearing wedding bells.
Really?
Yeah, I hear wedding
Congratulations.
bells. Not for me.
Oh, all right.
But I'm hearing
You
them.
should really specify.
I'm hearing them.
You're hearing, perhaps you are saying that about Katy Perry. I think you have jumped the gun, but Katy
I was
Perry
right
and
on
Justin...
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Sorry.
Okay. Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau did go Instagram official this weekend.
In a big way. Not just one
posting this very cozy little photo there.
But it's a carousel. It's not just one picture.
Ooh.
It's them living life together as a couple.
Wow.
They have been intensely together for months now. Intensely.
But when you say months, the summer. We're talking about the summer.
Well, we're in
So
December.
before you start going wedding bells.
We're in December.
This is ridiculous. They've been dating for not even 6 months, and you're talking about wedding bells?
People get married. They have kids in that
She
period
puts
of time.
one post up, and now you're like, hey, get ready for the wedding.
It's a carousel.
I don't know.
Oh,
It does seem
gosh.
very serious, though, because last week they had posted that photo with the Prime Minister over there, too. So the fact that they're, like, meeting with, like, world leaders together, and, I mean, this...
I'm sure it's very
seems
heady
pretty
stuff,
real.
and look, and Katy posted it. Obviously, she's feeling great about the relationship. I mean, I will say he did not post it.
He's totally into this. He went to her concerts all over the world. I mean,
Well, why didn't he post it? Since they're getting married.
It's a chick thing.
Since they're getting... Oh, it's a chick thing.
Well, it is.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline in Los Angeles. Congrats to Katy Perry for going Instagram official with Justin Trudeau. I think this is a good bounce back for the Roar singer. After that 10-minute wasteful flight to space and those dance moves on her tour, this is restoring faith that Katy can make good decisions.
Wow.
Fingers crossed.
Whoa.
Wow.
That was rough.
First of all...
That was really rough.
What good... Wow.
And by the way, going to space for 10 minutes is better than not going to space at all.
How does that compare to dating a former prime minister? Which one's the better choice?
Oh, the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister.
In this case.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about the maiden voyage. This was a big weekend in Hollywood because for the very first time, TMZ's After Dark rave tour
Got
set sail.
rave reviews for the rave tour.
This
was awesome.
This is part of the ongoing evolution of our TMZ After Dark tours, which have become the biggest party in Hollywood every weekend. And this weekend, we added a new wrinkle with a rave, an actual rave rolling around Hollywood.
So we were both there, by the way.
Yeah.
So we know exactly how it went down. This guy was
Yes,
like,
we count on you guys to be our
boom.
eyes and ears in this because we're too old to rave. But
Well, they run, by the way, they run the tour.
Right.
It's Netta and the director of fun.
High five.
No name, just director
Yeah, we
of
don't
fun
even
now.
call you by
It's
your
not
name
even
anymore,
James
just
anymore.
director of
It's
fun.
director
Right.
of fun.
So we partnered with our friend LA Raver, who brought on two very famous DJs in the rave world, DJ Paulina La Diva and DJ X B-Rad, and they switched off throughout the tour. And we curated this epic bar crawl for them that ended at the main rave, which went till 5 a.m. Allegedly. We might have left really
that's
early.
What you heard. Those are the
Well,
reports.
we left early because we had to work
We
the
had
next
the
day.
brunch
we
busted.
went to various places and then dropped them off.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what
It
we
was
did.
it was a whole weekend.
Whole
We had
night of raving.
TMZ After Dark on Friday and Saturday night.
Yes.
And it was kind of amazing.
It was a twerk bus. Lots of twerking.
A twerk bus.
It was
We're working on the title, but yeah.
I mean, it was hosted by Callie Love and Rosa Acosta, and together those two were just so fiery, so sexy. They oozed set. Am I allowed to say that?
You can say that.
Okay, cool.
And
Yeah,
then-
the energy was super high. They were really good hosts.
Fueled by Monster.
They want to do it again.
They want to do it again?
Monster fueled the rave bus.
Yeah, Monster
Fueled
Fueled
the rave bus.
And by the way, the younger generation is so much more appreciative than the older generation because these ravers were like, we get free monsters. They were like, this is free, as if we had given them a pot of gold.
You can go to monsterenergy.com to find out more about them. But we did a brunch bus on Sunday, and we're starting we're going to start a new tour in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be a comedy bus. So it's a comedy show on wheels, the first one ever. I don't think I've ever seen one before. So
Also, huge shout out to Beaches Tropicana for their hot Santa, because the hot Santa was just the cherry on top of it all.
and everyone that comes on these tours wants you on them. So
Especially the hot Santa, by the way.
get ready.
Yeah, no, it's going to be
gonna
amazing.
be really exciting.
And we're talking about going to other cities too.
Yeah.
This is
Stay
true.
tuned.
This is just the beginning.
Coming up.
Kate Winslet has, I believe, set off a bit of a generational war in Hollywood with some comments she made about cosmetic surgery, cosmetic procedures.
The reality is that most people don't say, oh my God, look at those wrinkles, they're fabulous.
Be right back.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. Kate Winslet has, I believe, set off a bit of a generational war in Hollywood with some comments she made about cosmetic surgery, cosmetic procedures in Hollywood. And she let it fly. And look, we've all seen Hollywood events. We know what people look like, and you can kind of tell when people have had procedures. And
yes,
most
some
people
no.
don't even talk about it
Some
anymore.
yes, some no. Well, Kylie Jenner.
Some people
Kylie Jenner normalized it, I think, where people
and
talk openly
Kate
about
Winslet is fighting back against that normalization. She did an interview with the UK publication The Times, and this is part of what she had to say. It's terrifying. Do they know what they are putting in? The disregard for one's health is terrifying. It bothers me now more than ever. It is bleeping chaos. My favorite thing is when your hands get old. That's life in your hands. Some of the most beautiful women I know are over 70. Young women have no concept of what being beautiful actually is.
So I think there's some I think there's some BS to this. That, you know, the reality is that most people don't say, oh my God, look at those wrinkles, they're fabulous. I mean, they just don't. And
but what she's talking about is, and people have always talked about that, there's the phrase is aging gracefully, right?
Well, what does that mean? There's a fine line between aging gracefully and surrendering. There is a fine line between the two of those.
I think, look, I don't want to make you uncomfortable or anything. I think some people would look at you and say you are aging gracefully.
No, I mean, look.
Right? That you are, right, because you haven't gotten a facelift and you haven't gotten Botox all over the place. People would say, Kate Winslet would say that's the way it should be done.
Why? I mean, why can't somebody say, I want to look more youthful? I mean, youthful.
Why don't we let someone who's youthful address that?
Oh, wow.
I'm really serious.
Okay, here's the thing. I am all for bodily autonomy. I personally believe if there's something that you might be really insecure about, do it. If it's affecting your day-to-day life and like your mental health especially, do it. I'm all for it. What gets me, it's less at like the events and stuff. It's more if I'm watching something on TV or if it's a film and it's set any earlier than like the 2010s.
Right.
If you have stuff done to your face, it takes me out. Because I'm like, this person, this character that you're
Victorian
playing,
times.
no, they don't have lip filler.
And so what? I mean,
It's distracting.
Hamilton wasn't black. But I still bought into it. But I still bought into it.
That's different.
No, I'm making a point. I still bought into it. It doesn't matter.
Also, did you see the play?
Yes.
Hamilton was not black, he was Dominican or Puerto Rican.
I mean, you get my general point.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach Pruzak, and yeah, I mean, I agree with her. I prefer a natural look, but to each their own. It's a different era. The only thing is that now when I see a celebrity that lost weight, looks better, I no longer go, oh, good for them. They're probably watching their diet, their fitness. Now it's more, I bet you they're on this now. I bet you they had that done, you know?
This is so ridiculous. So there's this law in Turkey now that it is grounds for divorce.
Well, there was a court ruling that I guess is precedent
Well, yeah,
setting,
it makes
right?
it grounds for divorce. And evidence in a divorce trial that a husband strays when he likes pictures of other women. This defies nature. I mean, this notion that You can't
So
look
a judge looked at the evidence that was presented in this case.
Liking the
was
picture
fact
is
that-
like a
that
betrayal.
the husband had liked photos
That's
of
right.
a bunch of other women, and the judge said, yeah, that's grounds for divorce.
Like it's a betrayal.
Okay, Turkish law is not precedent-setting in the U.S.
No.
at all, so we should
Yet.
say yet. By the way, it's just a matter of time before this is presented to a court in the U.S. as well.
Well, it's not. I mean, we're thank God we're moving all toward no fault right now, which is the way it should be. You shouldn't have to prove fault. If you're not into marrying the other person anymore,
No, staying married.
you get a divorce, and there shouldn't be. Oh, I have to prove a certain thing in order to get divorced. If you're not into it, get out of the marriage, and there shouldn't be a requirement to prove anything. But this whole thing about like men are never supposed to look at anybody
also,
else.
by the
Yeah,
way-
you can
and by
look,
the
but
way,
don't touch.
hold
Don't
on,
be
but this
going and
works-
liking.
this
Don't
works
you're
both
touching
ways.
the like button.
Oh, you're touching the like button.
This works both ways,
Yeah,
right? Because
for
let's not
sure.
act like women don't like photos of men that they find. Yeah.
But mostly it's
yeah.
men
That's what I
going
thought.
and liking
What is
the
liking a photo? How does that?
Okay, if you're in a relationship, why do you need to go like a photo of a half-naked, BBL'd, fillered woman that is showing all of her skin on social media? For
Because
what?
maybe that's what he's into.
What?
Because maybe
Just
that's
no.
maybe he finds that.
No, that's cheating. Cheating.
That's
If he's-
cheating.
Cheater.
If he saw
That's
her,
emotionally cheating.
if he saw her at a party, could he say, "I think you're beautiful"?
Absolutely not.
Oh my God.
Do you know what happened when
I don't know
Jay-Z
what you were
called
barking
someone
up the wrong
beautiful?
tree with
Are
that
you
one.
kidding?
This is why guys cheat, because women
No.
set such ridiculous standards that they have to do everything on the QT. And the fact is that people are people, and when people see attractive people, they
I want to make
react.
it
Harvey,
clear
but the
that
thing
Mr.
is,
Levin's
you can
comments do not represent the thoughts of all men at TMZ or really anywhere
Or
on
any
the
of-
planet. He's not speaking for us.
You were quick.
He is not
You
speaking
were
for us.
quick to jump in.
Wanda, as you were saying, yes.
Yes, as I
yes,
was
yes,
saying,
yes.
this is cheating
That-
and that shouldn't be doing it. And just let me just say one more thing. They didn't say you can't like women's pictures. They specifically said thirst traps. So these are a specific type of
well,
picture. This is a specific type
well, now
of.
who gets to decide what's a
scantily
thirst trap?
No, thirst
The
trapping
judge
is
is
cheating.
looking, saying, "Oh, that's a thirst trap."
Coming up.
What is going to happen with the Kennedy Center? By the way, the honorees last night, some people feel like this list was more like people who are cool with President Trump, but is that fair to the talent of the honorees? Joining us now, someone who has close ties with the Kennedy Center, W. Kamau Bell. Welcome back to TMZ Live.
Be right back.
All right, you've already made your feelings very well known about the Golden Globes, which we spoke about.
I will scream it from the mountaintop.
And I know that you, just from being here this morning, you have very strong feelings about the Kennedy Center honors that went down last night with President Trump hosting the event. It doesn't air until later this month.
But best ratings ever.
But he's promising it's going to be the best ratings ever. And also hinting at a potential name change. I feel like during his hosting gig, he said that maybe we should name this the Trump Kennedy Center. What is going to happen with the Kennedy Center? By the way, the honorees last night were a pretty stellar list. Sylvester Stallone.
Well deserved.
Michael Crawford, Phantom of the Opera. George Strait. Gloria Gaynor.
Wait a minute, why did you do that?
Because
she's awesome.
Okay, all right, and Kiss.
Great.
So, some people feel like this list was more like people who are cool with President Trump and only people who are cool with him. But is that fair to the talent of the honorees? Joining us now to discuss this, someone who has close ties with the Kennedy Center. In fact, he performed there on a very interesting date earlier this year. W. Kamau Bell, our good friend, the comedian, and he is joining us now. Kamau, welcome back to TMZ Live.
Thanks. I thought you were saying I had close ties to Trump. And I was like, whoa.
No, I didn't say that. To the Kennedy Center.
So what do you think about the selection of honorees this year?
I mean, all those people are legendary in one form or fashion, but they're also all cool with Trump. So I'm not here to debate their legend status. You know, Sylvester Stallone's a little bit of a disappointment, honestly, because the Rocky franchise has been considered black movies for years. But, but I'm not Gloria Gaynor. I mean, Harvey, you're one hit song away from being the next Gloria Gaynor. So I'm not mad.
I did record My Way.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you said, you're still one hit song away
and that's
from...
not fair. I mean, she was awesome.
That song is legendary.
Right. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying that, and these are all people who are worth being honored, but the first thing they have to be is down with Trump. That's what I'm saying.
Well, but wait a minute. You could go back.
You wait a minute.
You could go back to Obama. I mean, he honored Oprah, Bruce Springsteen, and they're all allies, so what's the difference?
Yes, but Obama did an interesting thing during his presidency that Trump isn't doing. Obama wasn't a dictator. So being close friends with the president is not the same then as it is now. We can argue about whether Obama was a good president. That's different. But Trump right now is turning America into a fascist state. I don't know if you've read the news. So being down with him right now, it means something very different than being down with even George W. Bush, who I don't necessarily agree with politically.
Do you think, though, that they should boycott getting an honor because they may not like Trump?
I'll give you my own personal example. I was never honored by being invited to a P. Diddy party, but I'm super happy to not be in any of the photos.
Okay, that's a solid point.
Do we have an award for metaphors? Because that's
you can consider it an honor if you want to. I'm very happy I was never got that honor. Okay,
that's a solid point.
So, Kamau, you were, scheduled to perform at the Kennedy Center earlier this year. And you just told me a story about your trip to D.C. to go do your gig happened on a very particular date in February.
So February 12th, I'm at SFO Airport, where I live out here in the Bay Area. I'm about to get on the jetway to go to the Kennedy Center to do my gig. And my phone starts blowing up saying that Donald Trump has taken over the Kennedy Center. And the Kennedy Center reached out and was like, do you still want to do the gig? And I'm like, I'm headed there now. So I had to decide while I was on my flight whether or not I wanted to do the gig. And while I was on the flight, some footage came out of Trump saying he had to take it over because the Kennedy Center had gotten too woke. I was like, I'm doing the gig now. Because you don't know this, but the W in Kamau Bell stands for woke Kamau Bell. So I'm doing that.
But you got pushback from people you know. And people you don't.
Yeah, I mean, it was a confusing time, and I think people also get confused about there's multiple ways to boycott and multiple ways to express dismay. And I called that man everything but a child of God that night. And the people who were at the Kennedy Center appreciated it because many of them said this was the last time I will ever be there. If I'd gone there and said, everybody, let's give Trump a chance, like Dave Chappelle did on his Saturday Night Live opening, that would be different. I did not say let's give Trump a chance.
If you're the artist who's actually selected, can you look at it without politics and just say, yeah, I've had a good career and I'm going to accept this honor, and you go without mentioning politics? Would we be cool with that?
Everybody can make the choice they want to make, but have breaking news, put the breaking news banner up. Everything is political. Everything you do in life, every decision you make, where you choose to shop, who you choose to hang out with, what honors you choose to accept, it is all political. And there's no way to go in there, accept your award, and leave without then the Trump administration monetizing your appearance there and using it to clean their dirty laundry. There's no way to do it.
So if you were, say, Kiss or Gloria Gaynor, you wouldn't have accepted it.
Look, if I was Kiss, it's such blowing my mind. Kiss will show up for the opening of an envelope. We know that, as long as the Kiss branded envelope. That's how they roll. I would not accept that honor. Actually, I don't even want to talk about them. I feel sorry for Kid Rock. He has done so much Trump butt kissing in the last several years, and he didn't get honored. That's who we really should be celebrating right now.
I was kind of shocked. I was kind of shocked at that, actually.
There's 3 more years. Kamau, I know that you have your comedy tour going right now, and also you have a Substack, right?
Yeah, that's my Substack, Who's With Me. It's all about the things we just had now, conversation about who's with us in this moment in America. And also, my mom watches this show every day, and she has no idea I'm going to be on it. She's finding out right now.
Wow. How about that, Mom? See, you got to see Kamau.
Well, we love having...
She loves you, Harvey. I don't know. I don't get it, but she loves you.
We love having your son on, even though your son hates me.
Great to see you, Kamau.
I kid.
Okay, great seeing you.
All right, man.
Coming up.
the Pantone color of the year was Cloud Dancer, which was basically just white. A lot of people have a problem with it because they feel much like the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle commercial.
This is painfully woke.
This choice is
woke. A joke.
Is purely promoting whiteness.
Be right back.
Last week, the Pantone color of the year was Cloud Dancer, which was basically just white. And we joked that, oh, someone's going to have a problem with that. Yeah, a lot of people have a problem with it because they feel much like the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle commercial.
This is painfully woke.
This choice is
a joke.
Is purely promoting whiteness.
So this is what they're saying.
Pantone choosing white or cloudy days as color of the year is a political statement. Call me too woke, I don't care. I don't think I'm wrong. It is a political statement. It's giving Sydney Sweeney has good genes.
Is there a single person of color in the room that was making this decision in a time when we are experiencing a rise of white nationalism? Just like not a great, it just feels like not a great time.
Whiteness is being weaponized everywhere right now. It's in our politics, our media, our police forces, our borders. And instead of reading the room, Pantone basically branded it a lifestyle.
People are insane.
Okay.
People
listen,
are
hold on. I don't want to say
insane.
the issues that they were talking about outside of Pantone are actual issues.
But that's about Pantone.
But to attach this stupid, which by the way, no offense to Pantone, but why do we even do this? Why is there a color of the year?
Because there's a something of the year for everything.
Stupid.
This is why liberal people are getting more conservative. I'm telling you.
This is why Donald Trump is president.
No, you're right.
By the way, this is why, because of crap like this.
It's
right. Look
yelling at
if you hate
You're
Donald
agreeing.
Trump, look at that right there. There is nothing crazier than liberal white women. They are the threat to democracy. If you want to talk about threat to democracy, hear me loud.
I'm out. Oh, no,
hear me loud.
That's your guy. That's your guy. Get over there.
I don't care if he's with me or not. Crazy.
This is so insane how these white women are making it all about race. Like, why can't they just focus on the beauty of the color from Pantone and that's it? Like, we need to start being more easygoing. We need to start being less political, like.
Coming up.
All right, this is a really fun moment with the singer Rosalía. Not fun for her. Watch why she decided to exit this interview very quickly.
Be right back.
All right, this is a really fun moment with the singer Rosalía. Not fun for her, but fun for us to watch as she was doing an interview down in Brazil. She was in Rio and standing in front of the worldwide landmark, Christ the Redeemer. Watch why she decided to exit this interview very quickly.
What?
Why are cockroaches?
I don't want to call it director, but where is the close-up of the cockroach? You got to get the shot.
Why is this such an off-putting thing to people?
Cockroaches?
Yeah, they don't bite you.
No, they carry disease.
I know, but you don't touch them. But it's
but they touch you.
People cavort with caterpillars and they run from cockroaches.
If you're going to cavort with caterpillars, you got to be down with cockroaches. That's wisdom of Levitt.
Takeaway. We'll see you tomorrow.